So, Diamond, how are your studies going?
All right, thanks. Yours?
So. I'm a little stressed over the looming exam.
I can understand that. How about you and I hit the cafeteria?
Sure, sounds like a plan.
Going somewhere?
Hey, back off, Persephone. We haven't eaten since this morning.
Oh, I hope you enjoyed your tasty bowl of gruel.
Hey, you watch your tongue. Mum and I managed to lift ourselves up by the bootstraps months ago in spite of that cheating bastard of a father. He's on my hit list.
Wow, look at you, Ruby. Tough girl.
I think you'll find you're top of my hit list.
Wow, a death threat. Calm down.
Get fucked.
Whoa! Ladies, what's all this commotion?
Persephone's being a total douche, that's what.
I'm aware of that. I can't, however, have you girls at each other's throats constantly. It's getting out of hand.
Well, perhaps if you were more proactive in dealing with this conflict, perhaps we'd have a better chance of resolution.
How about I leave you all with a warning? If this escalates to physical violence, expect expulsions.
What the? I don't believe our principal could be any more neglectful if he tried.
Now, where were we? Oh, yes. Step aside before I start chewing on your arm.
Hey, if you're that desperate for food, there's always a trash cans outside. I imagine that's a common resource for you.
That does it. You're dead.
Care to explain this?
Well, Persephone's antagonism reached a new low, so I retaliated.
I think you'll find she hit me with every antic imaginable.
Hey, you were asking for it.
Shut it, you two, and listen up. I can brush off high school hijinks, but when it results in damage to school property, I draw the line.
But, sir...
No arguing. You're both expelled for this outrage.
What?
No way!
It's not open to negotiation. Now, to put your mind at rest, I'm going to arrange a transfer to a new school. A school with much more emphasis on discipline.
Oh, it's probably nothing.
Washington Academy.
What?
No, wait, that's a boarding school. I'd never be able to handle the pressure of sharing a room with 30 other people. It's out of the question. My parents would object.
So I figured. Therefore, I rang both of your parents about this when I caught you throwing paint at each other the other day. They're well on board with it.
No! I'll have to wear a uniform. So much for my individualism.
My only objection is sharing a room with this bitch.
Allow me to step in.
Ruby?
Ruby, we're in the middle of a meeting. Stand outside and wait.
If you'll kindly excuse my intrusion, sir, I feel it's very important that I'm by Diamond's side during this sudden change to her regular routine. I'd like to join her on this transfer.
Okay, are you sure?
Absolutely. The last thing I want is for Diamond to be left vulnerable to Persephone's antagonisms 24/7. I mean, last August in summer camp, Persephone slipped a raccoon into Diamond's bedding.
I'm still living with the scars, literally.
Very well, Ruby. I'll get in touch with the school and request an extra slot for you.
Thank you very much.
Ruby, it's great to see you. What sort of day have you had?
It's been a tad dramatic, to say the least.
Really?
Yep, Diamond and Persephone got expelled. With every argument or physical confrontation, the principal would always brush it off as excessive school spirit. However, once it resulted in damage to the school's property, only then did he step up. Despite the fact that this was the result of Persephone's bullying, he expelled the both of them.
That's harsh. Any idea what school they're being transferred to?
I do. Washington Academy?
I'm not sure about that. With the hostility between them, the stability of their education could be on thin ice as we speak.
Well, Mum, I'm wondering, mostly for the benefit of supporting Diamond, how would you feel if I was to join her?
Huh? Well, I can understand your motives. They're not without good intention, but it's tough. My sister went in there in the 1990s. It's basically the closest she's ever got to experiencing the discipline of the army. Early mornings, bad food, getting screamed at every day, severe punishments for even the slightest infraction of the rules, the lot. She received all-day detention for staining the dorm sink with toothpaste.
Oh, I've heard many stories from former students at that academy. They ended up transferring to my school because it got too tough for them. I, however, in my heart of hearts, feel it's worth all the stress and intensity just to soothe Diamond's struggles.
Are you absolutely sure you want to go through with this?
I've never been more sure in my life.
All right, I better ring the school and get your uniforms ordered.
Awesome.
Well, here we are.
It looks gothic.
Hey, Ruby!
Diamond, it's great to see you.
Well, girls, as difficult as this may be, I hope you both have fun. I'm going to head off now. You both take care. Bye.
Bye, Mom. Love you.
Well, coast is clear.
Oh, God. We couldn't go 5 minutes without you spoiling a touching moment.
That's nothing compared to when we'll meet Miss Duckworth.
Let's keep our distance from this vile excuse for a human being.
Oh, I would agree.
I was talking about you, dimwit. Now clear off. Good morning, Miss Duckworth. It's nice to meet...
Were you given permission to speak?
Oh, sorry. It's just...
Shut up. Drop and give me 10. Your first class commences in 10 minutes. Be there. On the nanosecond. Or else.
So this Duckworth, she's quite a grouch.
That's an insult to grouches. Definitely avoid getting on the wrong side of her, Ruby.
I think I've just failed in that regard.
Let's check our schedule. Wow. 9 a.m. to 12 p.m. morning class, then lunch, and then 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. fitness. Are there no breaks?
Well, I did see a chamber pot in the corner of the nearest classroom.
It's as if this whole academy is a massive time capsule.
No kidding.
God, could my skirt be any shorter?
Oh, here comes trouble.
That's no way to greet a roommate.
Look, Persephone, our final year in high school is going to be a tough beyond belief. Our sleep is essential. If you could have the decency to allow us both to sleep in peace without our midnight antics, I would feel much obliged.
Fine, whatever. I'll probably be too zonked out by the stress anyway.
Thank you.
I'm heading off to class now. See you in 5.
I've only been here for half an hour and I'm already starting to feel worn down psychologically.
How about you take a seat for 5 minutes and clear your mind?
No problem. Good idea. Persephone!
Okay, class, welcome to your first lesson. Turn to page 95 in your science books.
Do you mind?
Ruby.
Hey, I think you'll find Persephone was attempting to disrupt my learning.
Just ignore her.
All right. You bitch! I'll show you.
Right. That's a detention for the pair of you.
No way!
Yes, way.
Thanks a lot, Persephone. You'll pay for this.
Are you threatening me?
Hey, fancy helping me with my chemistry assignment?
Okay.
What is the meaning of this?
It's a chemistry experiment. Well, this is boring.
No shit, Sherlock, that's the point.
If I want your input, I'll ask for it.
Bite me.
Get lost.
Well, I'd be happy to oblige you. The problem is, I'm imprisoned here.
No talking, girls. Focus.
Well, where have you been?
What's it got to do with you? Business. Staff business. Well, girls, now it's time for my address. I won't tolerate disruption in any form whatsoever to the learning process. You should all be ashamed.
If it wasn't for Persephone's mischief, it would have been an entirely different story. She started it.
Nonsense. They're just a series of harmless pranks.
Yeah, right.
Say that again?
You know what? I can't be bothered to deal with this constant bickering. I have marking to do. Let's just call it a day. On your way.
Okay.
Right?
Understandable. Have a good day.
You too.
That was so uncharacteristic of her.
I know. She moved straight from an authoritarian boarding school teacher to all of the sentiment she'd associate with a chaplain. What gives?
She has her moments of compassion.
Well, you clearly don't. I find you totally reprehensible.
Fuck you.
Alright, now you've asked for it.
How beautifully blue the sky. No! The humiliation, no!
Persephone, if you'd like to step back inside, please.
You should have seen the look on Persephone's face.
I know. It's not only her humiliation which left me satisfied, but the fact that the whole school witnessed it. Class.
You.
Who, me?
You made a total jerk-ass out of me.
Whoops. Did I do that?
Single-handedly.
Your evidence?
I viewed the CCTV footage. You pulled the fire alarm.
You gained access to that?
Because I'm the Academy's best student. I deserve these special privileges.
You self-entitled, stuck-up snob.
Well, today we'll find out who's definitely the Academy's best student. I look forward to this marathon.
You're on.
See you at the starting line. And the finishing line.
You think you're funny?
Working on your stamina, I see.
Well, better late than never, eh?
I normally agree with that philosophy, but here you would have been better off training sooner, preferably about a month in advance.
Well, a month ago I never would have anticipated I'd be transferring to a school with minimal breaks, copious amounts of study, no TV, atrocious food and uncomfortable beds.
True.
Oh, and how can I forget the uniforms? Never in my life have I ever had to endure such a disregard of individualism.
But what about time you worked to that burger frenzy?
I'd always drop my uniform into the deep fry and disguise it as an accident. It got me fired, but hey, I stood my ground.
Well, I'm going to hit the library. I definitely have revision to catch up for our exams. Are you joining me?
Sure. God damn it. This is too much information. I'm used to learning in small chunks.
Have you tried our audio book?
Oh yeah. I always enjoyed listening to audiobooks on long flights. They'd help me sleep.
Well, how about I help you? Let's turn to page 9. There's a lot of information.
Animal, vegetable or mineral?
Well, this is the chemistry section, so...
Oh no. I'm that bored I've resorted to that tedious excuse for a game.
Oh, come on, it's only a couple of... Okay, perhaps a couple of 20 or only 100. Oh, God, it's too much.
Told you so.
Amen. Take a seat. quietly. That's better. I hope you're feeling warmed up and ready for the marathon today. I might as well go over our planned route. We'll be starting from the boarding school, through the town centre, past the pond, across the retail park, and finishing in Silver Creek. The run is about an hour away, so I suggest you all take it easy. I dismiss you all. Well, get a move on then. Now that's more like it.
Are you ready for this?
I was born ready.
Actually, you were born prematurely, but never mind.
It's all right. It's nothing to be ashamed of.
I agree.
Says the person who can't keep their family in order.
It's not my fault my lying cunt of a father cheated on my mum.
Wow, watch your tongue, Ruby.
Perhaps after you withdraw that remark.
Not on your life.
Why, you cheeky
Ladies, calm down.
I think you'll find this anger-induced adrenaline is quite effective preparation for our trek today.
I don't care. See you in 5. All right, listen up. It's time for your huge test of stamina, agility, and robustness. Our philosophy here is survival of the fittest, so if you don't fit that criteria,
Tough shit.
you watch your tongue, lass. Drop and give me 10. As I was saying, I lost my train of thought. Screw it. You all know your route. Any questions? No? Right, get going.
Excuse me?
You missed your opportunity, Diamond. That's an extra mile for stopping.
Alright, all I have to do is give this boulder a push, just as Ruby passes by, and then splat.
Detonation in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Error resolved.
Doesn't the fact that one of your students attempted to murder us multiple times in any way trouble you?
I refuse to believe my best student would even attempt such a heinous crime.
Are you blind?
Well, is there a winner?
That doesn't matter. You've all let me down. Gravely.
Really?
Don't argue. I set you all a course to run from start to finish. No exceptions.
But we...
Zip it. I'll expect to see you all in my classroom tomorrow at 11 a.m. I'm going to pop out for a coffee. I'll be back in 5.
I just don't get it. How can Persephone be Duckworth's star student?
It definitely sounds like favouritism to me. There's no other explanation.
True. I mean, you'd think her murderous tendencies would have been brought to the faculty's attention by now.
That's a good point.
Do you think an independent investigation of our own may be in order?
Possibly. Although I'd like to focus on these assignments and exams first.
But what's to suggest we won't get bumped off in the meantime?
Well, oh crap, Duckworth's returning.
Right, girls. As a reminder, your main exam is tomorrow at 9 a.m. I suggest you get cracking on with some revision.
Well, that doesn't give us much time to revise.
Look, our schedule is busy.
Busy? Busy? Most of the time we just sit at our desk listening to your endless lectures.
I mean for the faculty. Get revising.
I can't believe this. We have less than 24 hours to get our shit together for our upcoming exam.
You're telling me.
I predict for me, this exam will be a walk in the park.
Oh, says you, teacher's pet.
All you need is to transcribe a few scribbles here and there, and you'll pass with flying colours.
Bullshit, I'll learn my marks fair and square.
Well, it's worth mentioning that you certainly weren't expelled for premeditatedly endangering our lives.
Are you kidding? You trespassed on a construction site. The builders retaliated and chased you out. Safety was no concern of theirs.
Do you think we're blind? It was clearly you.
No, that was my twin sister. She studies at the other boarding school. She's ringing me on video call. Please, allow me to take this call somewhere else.
And you expect me to believe that? Any idea of the square of the hypotenuse?
Not really. If anything, these books have proven to be somewhat useless.
Maybe we should go and discuss it with the librarian. Hello? Hello? She's never here.
I know what you mean. Every time I approach the counter, I see the out to lunch sign.
Such a pain. It's almost as if the whole system is rigged against us.
Oh yes. Look at 2016.
I mean our school system.
Oh, right.
Not to mention every tutor we have is Miss Duckworth.
Let's head to that staff room.
Well, here we are.
Here goes nothing.
Psst, psst. Hello?
Girls, what on God's green earth are you doing?
Oh, Miss Duckworth, it's not what it looks like. We...
I wasn't born yesterday. You were attempting to infiltrate our staff room, weren't you?
What staff?
Shut up. You can expect an immediate detention. March yourselves to my classroom, and if you're a minute late, I'll grab that door and slam you with it. Quick march. Left, right, left, right. I'm highly disappointed that you two would stoop so low. Yes, we've had numerous run-ins, but not on this scale. I expect you to work your hardest during this detention. Normally I'd give you over 1,000 lines to write, but I'll hand you some revision books. Ta-ta for now.
God damn it! These are the same fucking books. What gives?
I know I don't have a huge variety to choose from.
You'd find more variety in a toddler's book fair. Come on. I'm so desperate for a decent session of one-to-one revision. I don't care if we get caught. Let's head back to that staff room.
What do you two think you're doing?
Persephone?
In case you're unaware, I've recently been appointed as a prefect. I now hold official authority.
Oh God, really? What privileges aren't you afforded?
None of your business, and if you loiter around this restricted area for a minute longer, I'll have your asses expelled.
Fine, have it your way, Persephone.
Okay, girls, welcome to your final exam for this term. The time is now 9:58. It will commence in 2 minutes. There's still a chance to use the bathroom if required.
That's 5 minutes away. In the other building.
Did I give you permission to speak?
Nah, we're in exam conditions. You said so yourself.
Fine, you can all start now. I couldn't care less.
That was rude. She didn't even wish us good luck.
All right, you horrible lot. Sit down this instant. I am appalled. Absolutely appalled by your exam results.
Well, who could have seen this coming?
The only student here who gained a sufficient amount of marks to pass was my star pupil, Persephone.
This is even less of a surprise.
Quit talking. Composure, Duckworth. Now then, the good news is I'm feeling generous. You will all have an opportunity at a resit. Look, perhaps I've been a little neglectful these past few weeks. You only have one more shot at this exam. It's no skin off my nose if you don't work hard enough, but I encourage you to work twice as hard.
Get fucked, you controlling bitch.
Well, another 4 weeks of psychological warfare. Here we come.
Tell me about it. I'm having to babysit my nephew tonight. Curse my older siblings.
Oh, so much for my potential study partner.
I can help you out there.
Emerald, really? How charitable of you. We've only known each other these past few days.
Don't mention it. I always believe in bending over backwards to support my fellow students. Oh, Persephone. Fancy meeting you here.
Listen, you swat, you stay well clear of Ruby.
Huh? What gives? Is she your girlfriend?
Piss off, you shit-faced cunt. How the fuck did you find out about... you know?
Ruby attempted to tamper with your belongings and discovered an interesting magazine in your collection.
That motherfucker! I'll gouge her fucking eyes out with my bare hands. But wait, my retribution needs to be proportionate. Who am I kidding? She'll face the ultimate humiliation after this exam result.
What fucking humiliation?
Mind your own fucking business, you tart. When Ruby texts you asking you where you are tonight, tell her you're ill.
And why the fuck would I comply with that?
I'll set fire to your coursework.
You wouldn't dare.
Try me.
Fine, you're a total bully. I mean, where will I sleep? I can't just sneak into the medic's quarters.
There's always the basement.
Fuck you. Fuck you!
Hey, quit your screaming. Do you want to raise an alarm?
What a sack of shit.
Come on, Emerald. Where could you possibly be? What? You're sick? No! What kind of inconvenient timing is this? Ugh! Fuck.
Okay, class. This is your last attempt. The result could mean success or eternal damnation.
Say what?
Welcome to hell, Ruby.
How can I escape?
There's no escaping hell. You're within my domain now.
Stay back, you monster, before I summon my guardian, Jesus of Nazareth.
You simpleton. You're cut off from God. There's no chance of redemption here.
What sins have I committed?
A deficit of commitment.
Bullshit. I've studied all night for this upcoming exam.
That's not sufficient. Let the torture commence.
No! Huh? Nothing's happening.
That's beside the point. Turn to your right.
Right. What in the name of...
Help me! Help me!
Injustice. Hang fire. I'll try and free you.
Wishful thinking.
You stay out of this, you reprehensible excuse for a fee.
Silence!
Oh, no! Mercy!
The games have only just begun.
You monster! Release Diamond this instant.
Ruby? Ruby?
What's this intrusion?
It's rigged. It's all rigged.
Huh?
A system has never been more unfair.
What system?
I thought I dealt with you earlier.
No.
Ruby, are you awake?
Huh?
Ruby!
Oh, Christ. What a nightmare.
Are you all right?
Oh, I'm alright. Just a little shaken.
That's good to know.
Please be seated. Well, today is the final frontier. It's your final exam, and all I'll say is may the Lord smile upon you all.
And she's the most unchristian person I've met.
Lord Almighty, have you seen her salary?
No, I haven't.
Now then.
How much?
Right, young lady. Front and centre. What's the big idea disrupting what's possibly our final assembly before I get to kiss all you girls, goodbye?
Oh, well...
Trying to squirm out of this, are you? Well, it's not working. You'll be spending this final independent study session in my office.
But wait, my friends and I
don't give a damn about you and your friends. You will be confined to my office and my office only. Got it?
Yes, Miss Duckworth.
Now, be gone!
Yes, ma'am, right away.
Just try your best, and I look forward to seeing your results.
And I'm shitting bricks here.
Miss Duckworth?
Yes?
Can you actually give me any useful advice for the exam?
Just try your hardest.
Is there any other advice you can offer?
What? Is my advice not good enough?
Nope.
You ungrateful little should you carry on to disparage my performance as a tutor, you'll be disqualified from the exam.
But you can't just...
Think I don't wield that kind of power? I certainly do. So you zip it.
Roger that.
Okay, everyone. The exam will commence in 2 minutes. Good luck.
You'll all need a ton of it. How do you feel it went?
It was difficult.
You're telling me? From question 2 onwards, the difficulty spiked up to 11.
Damn.
I gave up after question 10.
It's almost as if the system is rigged against us.
Really?
Girls, what's the meaning of this?
What?
Your test results were atrocious.
How can this be? I worked endlessly to help boost my grade, and yet the questions were still beyond difficult.
I had to miss my video call with my aunt and uncle in New Zealand.
I only got 3 hours of sleep.
You're working us to death.
Oh, if I could work you to death, I would.
Well, I'm glad you won't get the opportunity to work us to death. At the end of the week, I'm out of here.
Me too.
How rebellious of you. Well, it was nice teaching you all, and I look forward to meeting my new students next year.
They'd be overjoyed.
Mind your tongue, young lady. This semester may be finishing soon, but there's still time for me to administer punishments.
Do your worst.
Why, of all the effrontery.
Count me in as well.
Miss Duckworth, I passed with flying colours. Thank you.
Excellent. No angry words for you then.
Fabulous.
Well, at least Duckworth got so caught up in Persephone's self-aggrandisement, she forgot to punish you.
That's besides the point. How does that teacher's pet keep passing with flying colours, yet we always seem to struggle to score even 10% of the marks?
It beats me, Ruby. Your guess is as good as mine.
How about I take a walk to clear my head?
Good thinking. I'll join you. Well, that helped take my mind off the stress of what I'm to do after this semester's finished.
My thoughts exactly.
Hey, is that Duckworth?
And is that Persephone's father? They're heading into that bar.
How about we follow them?
Well, okay, but we'll have to keep a low profile. We're both only 16 after all.
Okay, I feel the coast is clear from students. I just want to say thank you for helping my daughter gain admittance into the country's best university.
My pleasure. Do you have my money?
Here.
Excellent. I can't wait for my next client.
Oh yes, all thanks to a little fiddling of the system.
Yep, you know my scheme. Tamper with the exam questions for one individual student so they're ridiculously easy and leave the rest with questions that don't even feed into the assigned curriculum, leaving them with 0 credit. Aha! It assures nobody else jeopardizes the probability of my client's child entering the nation's best colleges through fierce competition.
Genius! It's a happy ending for everyone. Well, apart from the other students.
Very well. Care for a drink?
Sure. Let me give you a hand, though.
Christ on a bun. I can't believe this.
Well, I saw this coming a mile off.
Big deal. That's besides the point. We need to report this to the police.
Oh, sure. What evidence do we have? 0?
I know that. We need to collect evidence.
Okay, where?
Well, perhaps we should try searching Duckworth's office first.
Let's try and leave this bar as discreetly as possible.
You two! You're both obviously underage! Get out of my bar!
Run for it!
Seen anything, Ruby?
Nope, nothing.
Wow! Judging by these photos, Duckworth seems to have had a long career. I'm noticing a few prominent figures here. The former Secretary of Education, the former President of the United States, and far-right activists.
What?
And look at this letter. She's been donating to neo-Nazis.
So we'd have thought it. She's both crooked and racist.
It might be worth logging into her computer.
Sure, I'm on it. Oh, great. It's password protected.
Perhaps if we examine this office more closely, we might find a potential source for her password.
I don't know. I've given this office a thorough search.
How about the staff room?
That might be worth a shot.
Okay.
Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Going somewhere? I'm waiting for an explanation.
We've been given a job by Duckworth to fetch something from the staff room.
And what thing specifically?
Books!
You're being fairly unspecific. What type of books?
Science books.
Okay, tell you what, I better go fetch them for you. What volume?
Well... Sorry, Ruby. I wanted to avoid violence, but she very much backed me into the corner there.
I understand completely. Let's just grab what we need and get the fuck out of here. Find anything?
I've discovered a few faint possibilities. This school's date of foundation or Duckworth's birthday.
Well, it's best we have. Come on, let's head back before Persephone recovers.
Lead on.
No. Ah, success. Right? I'll just click on her emails. Aha! Here's the smoking gun of evidence we need. A conversation between Duckworth and Persephone's father.
Let's print it off.
Okay.
First, before we go running to the police, we have to actually rehearse how we're going to report this.
I think it's fairly self-explanatory.
Even so, it's better to be safe than sorry.
Fine. Let's say our teacher has been tampering with exam questions for personal gain, and here is the evidence we have.
Which teacher?
Alright, Miss Duckworth has been...
Who with?
Donald Duns, and therefore...
I've just realised we might have to sign and date it.
Look, Diamond, shut the fuck up and let's worry about it when we get there.
Okay.
Look, Diamond, sorry for snapping at you. It's just, these are exceptional circumstances. I'm under a lot of stress. My education went down the toilet, I've been victimised by a corrupt hierarchy, and I'm currently trespassing in one of those criminals' very offices. I think it's quite understandable why I might not be in the best of moods.
I'm sorry.
Look, come here. It's alright, everything's under control.
Bravo. A touching moment indeed.
Back off. There's no way out of this for Duckworth. We have all the incriminating evidence we need.
Not unless I throw it in the shredder.
You'll pry this screenshot from my cold, dead hands.
Is anyone really going to believe you? What is there to suggest that it isn't docked?
The police are on my side.
Nonsense. My dad owns the police department and this school. I can't lose.
Sorry to burst your bubble, Ruby, but she's right. This could completely backfire and disgrace us for life. There's a special place in hell for slanderers.
Exactly. Now drop that paper, or there'll be consequences.
Not if we have anything to do with that. It's over, Persephone. We witnessed everything. While it may be difficult for two girls to persuade the police department, a whole school is much more likely to be taken seriously.
Well, let's not forget that dead people can't testify.
You total animal. You'll pay for this atrocity. A shame you're too young to face the death penalty.
It looks like the cavalry has arrived.
What? Where? You tricksters, I'll show you.
That's savage. She's an absolute savage.
You can save your ranting later.
Have you no heart? She just gunned down the whole school of students.
I'm aware of that. I'm beyond enraged over it. I think, though, we should focus on trying to escape the perpetrator.
Okay, well, if you're really stealthy, we could sneak out over to the basement.
Sure, I'm right behind you.
Okay, here we are.
You!
Duckworth?
Please, help me!
Silence, you snitch.
Oh, so it turns out we weren't the only students here to witness your corruption.
No.
You free that poor girl this instant.
And why should I do that?
The police have been alerted and they're on their way.
Ruby. I think chances are when they arrive, their first priority is going to be the bodies.
Oh my god, you're right. Quick! Okay, Diamond. I think we lost her. But not her.
Looks like you've reached a dead end. Any last words?
Bite me. Diana! It's great to see you. How did you escape the basement?
Well, Duckworth was dumb enough to leave the basement door open. All it took was a single cry for help and the janitor came and freed me.
How good of him.
Good afternoon.
Ah, hi, Detective. Good to see you. Safe journey?
Well, we just had a bit of a run-in with a crazed woman wielding a knife who we had to shoot down on the spot, but other than that, it went fairly smoothly.
That crazy woman happened to be one of the perpetrators. The other one who fell to her death gunned down an entire school of innocent students.
What?
Follow me.
Oh my God!
We're sorry, Diana. You had to witness such a horrific sight, but the perpetrators have met their demise. Consider it vengeance.
I agree. If it's any consolation, the threat has been neutralised. Wait! There was a third perpetrator. Persephone's father.
You motherfucker! You killed my daughter!
Hey, back off. Look, we're sorry your daughter got killed, but she had me at knife point.
You should have jumped.
It's not like you're entirely innocent either, is it?
What are you saying?
Oh, Christ. This is an investigation?
Hey, get back here. I have questions to ask.
Ruby? Ruby, it's really you. Come here. I'm really glad to see you. I hope you weren't too shaken by the events which unfolded yesterday.
I'm still having nightmares, but I'm, shall we say, managing.
Awesome.
I'm also fairly pissed off I won't have the right qualifications to enter college, though, thanks to that crooked Duckworth.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned it, because your former principal is here.
Huh?
Ah, good morning, Ruby. I'm sorry to intrude, but I had a conversation with your mother. Let me state immediately, I'm appalled by how Miss Duckworth of Washington Academy exploited you. Therefore, I've decided to reinstate you and Diamond. My school is offering exam resits for all of those who fell victim to this scandal. These are to be sat during the summer.
Well, I unhesitatingly accept. I've got a lot to catch up on.
Okay. Your first class commences next week at 9 AM sharp.
That's absolutely fine. Not only that, but I aim to be there an hour earlier just to buy myself more time to study.
That's the spirit, Ruby.
Very well. I look forward to seeing you next week, especially with there being no Persephone to jeopardize your studies. In fact, from the bottom of my heart, Ruby, I strongly feel I owe you an apology. Had I taken Persephone's bullying more seriously, not only would you have never fallen victim to this outrage, a lot of lives could have been spared. We've all agreed to host a memorial service for those poor girls at our chapel. You're very welcome to attend.
We've done it. We'd fucking done it. After all that hard work, it's finally paid off.
I couldn't agree more. If you follow me, I have a special surprise for you.
Diana, what a pleasant surprise. I hope I'm at liberty to ask this, but how have you been feeling since, your traumatic experience?
Oh, I'm very glad you asked. I'm recovering gradually.
Girls, Ruby and I are heading down to Mexico for the day. I know it's a little last minute, but your principal has agreed to cover the costs. Will you join us?
I'd love to.
Lead the way. I'm so excited for this. I've never been abroad before.
All right, head to my car. Next stop, Mexico.